Morning. You're watching Traders Next Door. I'm Ed Katashave, and you're about to hear the Daily Scoop. So today we're looking at the big bad currency of the financial world, Bitcoin. Bitcoin and its related currencies in the larger crypto landscape are about to have a major shakeup, and here's what you need to know about it. Well, in recent changes into the US political atmosphere, there has been a major shift with market sentiment. It is time we look at what this could mean for traders and investors alike when it comes to Bitcoin. With Bitcoin looking to break the $100,000 mark very soon, it would appear that since it's been said that DT himself is going to be back into the White House, this is creating a massive upward and bullish shift on market sentiment. But it begs the question, why is this shift so favored? What is it about Donald Trump going in that is causing this much of a rally? Well, it's for the first time in many years, we're going to have a sitting US president that is actively pro-Bitcoin. Biden was very neutral on Bitcoin. He didn't really swing heavily one way or the other. So the fact that we have a president who is actively trying to bolster Bitcoin is massive, and this is what's favored a lot of the rally that we've seen. But with a 30% surge in price of Bitcoin already, the question does beckon, is this going to be sustainable long term? Well, this shift has almost entirely been based on the belief that Donald Trump and his administration is going to continue to be favorable to Bitcoin. Investors are moving very quickly to position themselves before any new pro-crypto policies come into play. So what we're essentially seeing is capital allocation, which is a sign of confidence, but this type of urgency is very novel. The reason why this urgency is so adamant is because of the potential of the US creating a Bitcoin reserve, a strategic move that would set the US apart from other nations. So this would have the government holding on to Bitcoin as a reserve, and it would be a massive game changer. The goal would be to secure Bitcoin as a national asset before other countries have the opportunity to do so. And if the US starts accumulating Bitcoin, it would signal a major shift in the financial space, and that could drive the price of Bitcoin even higher. But there is a caveat to that. Will the US government actually purchase more Bitcoin or just simply hold on to what they have already? This decision is still up in the air right now, but the market believes the US government will lean towards buying more. Another factor to consider is also the fact that the current SEC chair has stepped down. Gary Gensler is stepping down as SEC chair, and a new chair is going to be sworn in once the Republicans take office. So many are speculating that a shift from a more aggressive regulatory stance that we've had under Gary Gensler is going to shift to a more favorable stance once the new SEC chair comes in. A friendly environment for Bitcoin would mean fewer enforcement actions and more room for innovation, especially in altcoins. So now with Bitcoin and altcoins they could be affected a little bit differently, however. Bitcoin already has a lot more regulatory clarity, but altcoins can still benefit from a friendlier SEC. This would lead to a change in ETFs, and it could mean that coins like Solara and others would have some diversifying opportunities in the market, and this could give traders a little bit more opportunity to play with. So even though we have all these factors coming in, we have pro Bitcoin and pro altcoin SEC coming in, we have a market that's a little bit friendlier, we still do have some risks to consider. We could still see a shift in crypto, a crypto winter, as it were, before the glory days actually set in. Some market analysts are concerned that people are holding on to too much wealth in fiat currencies right now, especially given the rise in national debt and the devaluation of the dollar. In this environment, Bitcoin can be seen as a bit of a hedge, a digital savings account, as it were, to counteract inflation. But if you're not diversified enough, you could be caught off guard if things don't play out the way the market is anticipating. On the flip side, though, some worry that the market has already priced in a lot of the good news about the new administration coming in, about a new SEC chair being elected in. So we could see a sell the news scenario where expectations are so high up that they can't help but come down once reality actually sets in. So we're in a bit of a interesting time, and like the question does beckon, like, where does this really leave us? We're in a fascinating moment in Bitcoin's history and crypto as a whole, and the political and regulatory landscape is going to shift significantly. So for traders, this could mean opportunities, but it can also mean new challenges. So it is in the trader's best interest to stay very informed, stay adaptable, and always do your full-on research before going into any of these coins. As always, you need to really take a good hard look at the market and really be up to date in what the current changes are going to come. Come January, when Donald Trump steps into office, that's when most of the shaking is going to take place, and this is when the most opportunities are likely to happen. But as always, here on Traders Next Door, we're going to keep a close eye on the regulatory information that comes out, and we'll do our best to break it down in a nice, digestible, bite-sized piece for you to analyze. But remember, do your own research. This is not financial advice, but this has been the Daily Scoop. You've been watching Traders Next Door. I've been Edgar Karishabe, and we'll see you in the next one.